Alright, my friends. It's your boy Chocopie, man. As you can see, all those horror games aren't getting to me, man. I lost my voice. I thought I was getting a cold, but no, it's from all the screaming. And some people might say, "Oh man, your voice is sexy, man." But no, I'm just playing. Anyways, morning thoughts, part 3, baby. I'm running late to church, like I usually do. I'm just being blunt, man. I need to get real better at that. Um, but I didn't want to lose this thought. I was thinking, rushing to get to you, seeing that my YouTube is growing at a very fast rate, and then seeing everything happening, just like this is the first thing in my life that I've ever had passion for, like in my life, like my motel business. Everything else is for survival. And I strictly remember my daddy told me, he said when I was young, he said, "Son, while you're in school, go do whatever you want as far as dreams, goals, and ambitions are. But I'm telling you, once you get to a certain age, you will no longer have a chance to go after what you want, because you will have to live by survival and do whatever is necessary to take care of you and your family." And to be honest, he's right. I've never had any goals and passions in my life. Most of them have been doing drugs or having fun, and that's not really goals and passion. That's just to feel your dopamine, make you feel good. Don't worry, eyes on the road. You know what I'm saying? But today I was just thinking about, while I was rushing, I was thinking about, man, there's been so many bad things that happen in my life, but so many good things. Just the fact is, my hotel should have been bankrupt 10 times over, and it's still standing, and it's at a place where I could take a little bit of a break mentally now. And God has restored it to where it used to be before COVID. Like, we should have lost this place, man. And I was thinking about Joseph. And this is where the Bible comes in. I know for those of you guys don't know the Bible or don't care about it, I'm sorry. My whole life revolves around the Bible, man, and God. It just is. But the story of Joseph is, he had a bunch of brothers. I don't tell it the best, but go read it yourself if you want. He became a second in command in Egypt. And what happened was, his brothers, he felt like he had a dream from God. So God, told him he's going to be a ruler one day. And he did. He became second in command of Egypt. And he told his brothers, of course, it says in there, his father, I believe Abraham, loved him the most. And I could be wrong about the father. It was Abraham or Jacob. Sorry, your boy Chocopie needs to study a little bit more. But Joseph, for him, the reason why I connected, so he did become that. He went to slavery, he went to prison. Like, you got to think about it. But then there's one place in the Bible, and I can't flip it now because I'm driving, but it says that through everything that Joseph did, God blessed him. And where it really caught me when I studied this last time was, how could it be a blessing to be in prison? How could it be a blessing to be a slave and then to be called out by rape by his slave master, his wife? She called rape on Joseph, but then through all these trials that he went through, he finally became second in command of Egypt. And I'm just thinking about my own life. I'm nowhere as good as Joseph, all right? But I'm just thinking, dude, through all the bad stuff that I've done, like, there's that. But the thing is, I try my best to do what God tells me to do. And through all the tribulations and hard times, for some reason, God keeps blessing me. And I made another video the other day saying the same thing. He just keeps blessing me, dog. And I don't understand it. But then I see Joseph's life. It doesn't seem like too much of a blessing going to prison, right? And it doesn't seem like too much of a blessing being a slave, right? But it says that in everything Joseph did, God blessed him. And right now, I'm not saying I'm skyrocketing up there with my YouTube and TikTok and Twitch and whatever, but it's growing, man. It's growing fast, and I have passion in it. And I see my YouTube is almost at 1,000 subscribers, so I think finally get monetized. And I'm looking at this stuff, and I'm like, man, I see it, man. Even through all the BS, almost losing my hotel, it's still standing. Like, I see God blessing me, the same way that he blessed Joseph. Doesn't mean that hard times and bad things won't happen to me, but he's taking care of me. And he's showing me favor, man. She basically, he made me born with a daddy that was super poor, but that worked his butt off to have money to save his son out of countless times of trouble, gave him a business. Dude, and for my motel, he might have put 2 snakes in my garden that almost made me go bankrupt, but that's my mistake as a business owner, hiring those people. But even through that, he made sure that my pops had enough money to secure us and keep us moving. So like I said, I know you guys that don't believe in God will say, well, that's because your pops, you got lucky, you got the silver spoon in your mouth. You're right. That could very well be true. But for me, I believe it's because my mama, who suffered for 30 years, my grandpa abusing her, my dad abusing her, and then me abusing her. Verbally, and physically from my grandpa and stuff like that. Like all this stuff, but she's been in that closet, baby, praying for your boy Chocopie since he was a young boy, man. And I finally met the Lord when I was around 18. And my grandpa, one last story to end with this. I remember it was around the second time I came out of jail. I was on my knees in front of my parents' house. And at this point, we were living not in Section 8 housing, in a nice place, Coppell, Texas, man. And I came out of jail. I forgot for what. Maybe for stealing or drugs. I don't know. And I'm on my knees asking my parents to let me in the house. And something happened to my grandpa. He used to be really abusive and angry. And this is another blessing from the Lord. He's never said anything nice to me. He would beat me so bad, dog. And he loved my sister, though. And so I'm on my knees after coming out of jail. My parents won't let me in, but my grandpa lives with us at the time. And he moved everyone aside. And he opened the door. And that was the first time in my life that man gave me a hug. And I'll never forget it, man. And then he got on his knees. And I guess somewhere between me being 17 and 18, he found God. I don't know how, but he did. And it's because my mama's been praying. And he just got on his knees and he just started saying, God, it's all my fault, that my family's a mess, that my grandson is crazy, and I remember crying, man. But I love my grandpa, man. And I see my life, and I see all the hard times, but I see so many blessings along the ways, because I made so many mistakes, dude. Do you think it was wise of Joseph, for those of you who are Christian, to tell his brothers that story? Knowing that if he was actually socially aware a little bit, that his brothers are probably very jealous of him. And then you're going to tell him a story so Joseph had dreams that all his brothers would bow down to him. And his brothers already didn't like him in the first place. Do you think it'd be wise to tell your brothers that when you're already favored by your father out of 9 children, I think, or more? Makes a lot of dumb mistakes. But through the dumb mistakes, God still helps. And I'm, like I said, I'm nowhere close to Joseph's, level, I think. But I just see the blessing that Joseph got in my own life, and that's it. No scripture reading today, just morning thoughts from a nobody named Chocopie. Sorry for my voice, and I'm on my AirPods, so the audio quality's gonna be pretty nasty, but it's your boy, running late to church again, but I'm out.